Okay guys, thanks for joining us here for some late night StarCraft 2 casting. We've got, hopefully, a fantastic game for you. Our blue Terran, almost a Zerg, our blue Terran, spawning up here in the top left corner of Shakur's Plateau.
Yep.
Yay! It is going to be none other than EmpireKas, a very, very strong Terran, solid player all around. Definitely, I think, one of the best foreign Terrans outside of Korea.
Yep. This is like the last series of our casting for today, right? So that's exciting. It was a day filled with StarCraft, starting from like the moment we got up today. So.
Well, which for me was until like I think 1 or 2.
But still, just watching like hours of StarCraft plus playing more than 20 games.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's been fun. Chilling Sunday.
It's been a relaxing Sunday, yep, and yep, Legend and I are definitely ready to turn in after this. Nonetheless, we should probably introduce our red Protoss player, the opponent, Ouga.
Yeah, Ouga. So it's gonna be TvP. So hopefully it's exciting, and of course, Cass is I'll say #1 foreign Terran. I guess Thorzane's there too.
Thorzane is quite good, yeah.
So I guess he's #2 foreign Terran. Of course, there's so many good Terrans in Korean, so it's really hard to make a name for yourself.
Oh no,
as a Terran player.
Yeah, definitely. So many of these Terran players get passed over as just like, oh, they're average. Well, they're average in Korea compared to these outstanding Terran players that just really make a name for themselves. You know, by no means should you count them out, of course. And yeah,
it's just so hard to compete with like types of MMA, MVP, MKP.
What other acronyms we have?
I mean, they're just like insanely good. They're the best players in the world.
We're gonna see a T-Rex, or well, not T-Rex, a second round. Wow, I'm tired. Yeah, the first looks like
a reactor first.
That's really unusual. You usually almost always see a tech lab being dropped out immediately in a PV or TvP. You know, basically because Marines not very good against early gateway units early on.
Yeah, I guess reactor does take longer than a tech lab, so maybe he just wants to pump out a lot of Marines and pressure if Auga do decide to go for very greedy Nexus, which he just might.
He is actually doing that. It looks like it was a 1-gate Nexus.
Yep. I mean, it's a fine build.
Yeah, of course. Why the heck not? I wonder though, Cass, will he drop down a command center after a little bit of pressure, or was he going to push this to see how far I can take it?
Yep, we'll see. And we have a zealot pressure coming out of Ouga, which is kind of an all its style. Instead of scouting with a probe, he just sends a very first zealot out and to see what the Terran is up to. Of course, he's gonna met by a couple Marines.
6 split on the Marines there individually. One of them does take a little bit of damage here. Even doesn't lose a single unit. Couple of them taking in a few swipes from that zealot, but nothing too serious. Yeah.
Ouga has no idea. I mean, he did see a reactor on that barracks, so maybe he is expecting some pressure. I
was gonna say reactor Hellion. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. This isn't a TVZ. Yeah, he's gonna make a sentry out of that first gateway that he's got. That as well as a couple more gateways. The Nexus has just now finished, actually for Ouga. So Cass, he is building up quite a force here, and he needs to make do quite a bit of damage actually, considering that Nexus is gonna be up way faster than any command center he decides to throw down.
Yep, he does decide to pull 3 SCVs out, so maybe he can bunker up a little bit on the Nexus.
Yeah, and Ouga doesn't actually have any units out. He's just warping in, just finished the warp gate and warping in a couple of zealots, although, you know, Marauders with concussive shells are pretty good against that.
Yep, we'll see what kind of damage EmpireKas can pull out of here. And we have a probe.
Oh, this probe's actually going to see these, giving Ouga a couple seconds of much needed warning time. I'm going to warp in a couple more units. He might actually have to abandon his expansion here, which would be terrible. Nope, he's going to move down. He should pull some probes here, I think, in order to clean this up. The Zealots not being able to close distance. One of the Marauders are going down. Pretty even trade thus far, and the Marauders in the front taking all the stalker shots, unfortunately.
Yeah, not a bad micro by Caster. Of course, it's not good as MKPs or anything, but of course, while then he was able to cancel that bunker.
Oh, I definitely think he needs to pull probes here in order to... yep, there we go. A couple of them coming off the line now in order to chase these units away. More Marines reinforcing this little army here. And how many probes can he take out? Yes, he will be able to take out a few of them. And the Stalkers should be able to take out the rest of the Marines eventually.
Yep, very well microed by our Pros player though.
Kas too, actually making the most of these Marines, which usually are super ineffective against the Stalkers. He is now going to take out one of the Stalkers, not target front. There we go. Now a couple of the probes should be taken out as well. Actually, due to a considerable amount of damage, all of a sudden, 11 workers have gone down. Wait, for Kas? For Ouga.
Yeah, he was able to kill 11 workers. Of course, Kas's command center is just going up, about halfway done. So if our Pros player can just Chrono Boost out the workers only, he should be fine.
Yeah, definitely. He's now going to throw on the robotic facility, I assume, to eventually get the Colossus, of course, against the bio-going Kas. And yeah, that's a little bit of good aggression. Unfortunately, Kas was not, I think, able to get quite enough damage done.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Pros player is actually in a commanding position here. I mean, look at the worker count difference, 34 to 25, and of course our Pros player does have a Chrono Boost on his side.
Yeah, and as you can see up here, even with that mule helping out, Ouga is considerably ahead in the mineral income there.
Yep, Kas has of course a long way to catch up, but you know I would say he's a better skill player.
I mean, it's
I mean, he's a pro after all.
Of
right?
course, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I guess, like, it's if he had just sat back after not having expanded, I think it would have been worse. The fact that he killed some probes and whatnot, like, at least he's not as far behind. Stim is now just gonna finish making that bio ball, of course, certainly more deadly, as well as the starport.
Yep, and we just have a standard follow-up by our Pros player, as well as Kas.
No robotics support bay going down yet. 2 base Colossus, I guess, not naming the game for this Pros player just yet. Anyway, EmpireKas is going to come out here. Gets spotted by the Observer. No, actually, Ouga, yep, he does see it. Realizes there's a small force outside. Not actually that terrifying, although he does have Stim.
Yeah, is he going to poke in? I mean, if he gets caught with the sentries on force field, it would have been terrible for Kas. He does take out the Observer though, very well done.
Yeah, definitely. I think he might be just trying to bait some force fields. He can't actually think that he's gonna be able to make it up there. Yep, he's gonna turn back and probably
very smart choice by Kas.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's so tempting sometimes when you're behind like this. You just charge it and you think you have to get damage now. Maybe true, but you know, Kas is the smarter player, and he's gonna go back and group up with some reinforcements as well as the crucial medevacs.
Yep. We have a double forge and a robotics bay coming out of Pros player. It's very creator SK build, but it's a little bit late. I have to say he kind of made his textures a little bit later than I would have liked.
Yeah, I mean, after holding off that attack, I would have thought he was going to throw down the robotic support bay immediately after Robo, but you know, whatever. To each his own, I guess.
Yep, and we have Observer pretty much seeing everything.
Oh yeah, you know, he's getting a full scout, and he's gonna, you know, feel pretty comfortable with it, with what he sees. You know, nothing too unusual. And neither player going to be taking the third base soon. Nope, just kidding. Kas actually does have his command center a little bit of the way done, and that's down at the south, of course.
Yep, our Prospect being a little bit too passive, even after gaining the advantage. And there's
nicely done. Kas running in here with a medevac.
Oh,
probes going. Couple of them going down. Picks up. Gets the hell out of dodge, and that one stalker's not going to chase that. That medevac is going to be coming back in. All right. Well, Ouga should be able to clean this up. The stalker's actually targeting the medevac. Nope. Kas gets out of there. Meanwhile, at the front, sorry, missed that. A little bit of pressure here. That one zealot going down immediately, and a couple more reinforcing zealots should be able to push this back. A lot of stalkers going down too, unfortunately.
Yeah, of course, these Marauders are very low in health because they're addicted to Stim. and
Actually,
Stalker
dropping down again, now into the main base is Cass, taking out a couple pylons. That one Stalker is not long for this world, I think. No, just kidding. He's gonna pick up yet again. God, this medevac really paying for itself, dividing Ouga's attention. This is the pro gamer multitasking ability that we're seeing here, folks.
Yeah, and EmpireKas taking that supply advantage with just that pro.
Oh yeah, for the first time in this game, finally taking that supply advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Prosper definitely not feeling the will. Just being passive, sitting on his base. That's what he gets, really.
He doesn't have okay, his first Colossus has just now popped out. Should have thermal lens, I believe.
Nope, not even.
Oh no, could he have forgotten that? No, I think he was just too busy dealing with these drops. Okay, it looks like it will finally no, not even being cleaned up. Cass being persistent with that one medevac full of units. Couple mules now being dropped down at the third base. Cass with a huge lead now, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, this was while Cass was taking that third base. He was just trying to buy time.
Oh yeah,
and he was definitely successful at that.
Yeah, and he even saved the majority of his army, which is the important part. Not leaving himself vulnerable to one giant counterattack. As Cass.
Oh my gosh, being so pesky.
Forcing a Guardian Shield even. And yeah, Ouga has got to be feeling the pressure now at the moment. Where
is he just gonna? I thought he was gonna fly across the Pro's main base.
Picks up again. No,
oh,
no,
my
oh my
god!
Look at that. Even taking out the geyser. No. Yes. Oh, actually, needed one more Marauder shot to take that out. Just barely does not get it. Very good for Prosper, actually, because he needs every single drop of gas he can get. Vikings finally on the way.
Yeah, actually, this is like one of the reasons why the Pros usually gets a blink when he decides to go for Colossus tech, because you have to be able to snipe the Vikings and Medvex.
Oh yeah, definitely. You watch the high level of game when the two armies clash in a TvP. Stalkers are not shooting at Marines or Marauders on the ground. They leave that for the Zealots and the Hollow to deal with. Yep, Stalkers are shooting the Vikings out of the sky, of course.
Yeah, even though the charged Zealots are so much better than Blink Stalkers against the Terran army, you just kind of have to get the Blink first in order to deal with the drops like EmpireKas is doing, and then to protect your Colossus.
Yeah, actually a double drop now making its way up to the north. There is an observer in position actually to spot that. Where is that?
Even taking the fourth base for Cass.
Oh yeah, Cass is worlds ahead at the moment. If he at that fourth base, excuse me, is allowed to go up, this is gonna be all but lights off for Ouga.
Yep. Yep. He's definitely expecting. He saw that with the observer.
Okay. Yep. It's not gonna drop on top of the Colossus. That's hilarious. That would be the upgrades now going up for both players. And what is it? 1-1 for the Protoss.
2-2 is almost done though. But this is a huge army coming out of EmpireKas.
Oh, not enough anti-air there. I think. Oh, dropping actually the medevacs from the earlier drop for a nice flank attack. Gonna catch that Colossus. It's a huge deal. As well as a couple of the Zealots and Stalkers going down. This third base is gonna be canceled.
Oh, doesn't even cancel it.
He does not cancel Cass, getting the heck out of here too, and he hardly lost any units in that engagement. Yeah, almost 50 ahead in supply now.
Yeah, he can actually just turn back and kind of engage there, but I guess EmpireKas playing smart and safe.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just didn't want to.
Wow, it's like way oversaturated.
Yeah, I mean, Ouga can't. He's trying to take that third base out front here.
Even making more probe at this point. That's like the last thing he needs.
Yeah, definitely. And as we can see, yeah, now starting to mix in far more Marauders and Marines is EmpireKas. 3-3 on the way.
Yep, this is like a true skill of a pro, like a top pro level gamer here. I mean, he was getting behind earlier, but he's definitely catching up with his very good, well executed drops. Just buying time for his third to just well done by Cass.
Definitely, it looks like we're gonna have an engagement here. Stalker's out of position. Vikings getting a couple of free shots.
Oh, the blink's not even done yet. No. Just started for our Pros player. And
is he gonna force cancel on this third again? Ouga needs to defend that with his life. If that third gets canceled one more time, that is GG, I think.
Yep. 1-2 upgrade for Terran player and 2-2 done for Protoss, so he has a little bit of slight edge on the upgrade.
Cass going down here to the south, thinking there might possibly be a third base down here, but
he just spreading like what MKP would do.
Interesting that it's spreading down here to the south though, not in the middle. I mean, whatever. Looks like it's gonna work out pretty well here. Ouga,
he's maxed out.
Oh, and the huge stim. Nice spread on the unit so far. Charlotte coming in, getting melted so quickly here. 3 Colossus to the credit, doing a good amount of damage, and not enough forces on the ground.
My
Everything getting
gosh.
cleaned up by the Bio and the Vikings, and this is GG.
Very well done by EmpireKas, even though he was falling behind when he's at first. One base pressure wasn't really doing that much, but wow, very well done.
Yeah. Needless to say, that game. Yeah. Again, the Pros player just playing. Excuse me, way too passively, and really letting those drops kind of do more damage than they should have. And Cass, took full advantage of it and is able to stage a comeback.
Yep.
So that's gonna be it for us here tonight, folks. It's been a long night of StarCraft 2 casting. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If so, please. Like, favorite, subscribe, however all that stuff works. And yeah, stay tuned for more games in the future. We will see you guys next time.
See you guys later.